Hello people of YouTube, my name is Brad, this is my channel Adamant Orange, and this week in 3D metal model news, starting as usual with Fascinations Metal Earth. Going to their website, I don't see anything new. I was looking to see if maybe some 360 views were up or some models released. It doesn't surprise me a whole lot that nothing has moved over to what's new from coming soon, with everything still being very much on lockdown, stay-at-home orders and non-essential businesses being closed, things like that. So I believe that a lot of the folks at Fascinations are working from home, so I'm not really surprised that nothing has moved over. But I was hoping to find maybe some 360 views or more pictures. Nothing has changed as of yet, but I understand that things are due to change. I did see somebody's question and response on Instagram, and I didn't get a screenshot of it, so I don't remember the details. They were asking about this individual, I think it was Twitter, was asking when the Harry Potter Hogwarts castle was going to come out, and I want to say they said the end of this month, hopefully, or something along those lines. But again, I didn't catch a screenshot of it, and I didn't save it. Unfortunately, I was on my phone late in the evening and not fully awake. But Fascinations Metal Earth doesn't have anything new on their website. I looked at Pieceool. Pieceool does have a release date for the town models that I had talked about previously. The I think it's Rogue Shop, Pawn Shop, and Restaurant. They've got more pictures up. A lot of times they will post stuff and then not post a lot of information, and then a week or so later they will post more information. And they did post a release date, which was a couple of days ago, the last Wednesday, the 15th. And they posted some additional pictures, and it was like a scenery where they had the different shops set up, and they had, like, I want to say they had people walking around. Yeah, they had little figures, people in town, and they had little kiosk type shops in the middle of the streets, and they had wagons moving around, and it's kind of exciting. I know I'm not the only one that's kind of hoping that, per those pictures, this is an indication that this is the start of a set, and that they may release some more stores, and hopefully some of those like wagons and kiosks and whatnot that I saw in that picture. That would be pretty cool if they did that. And there's no indication, no evidence that they actually will, other than the fact that they included pictures with that stuff in it, and it does look like those things might be metal models, so one can hope. I know previously I had talked about a town that MU seems to be doing, and they had a similar setup where you had like cars and stuff, but those cars looked like they were just model cars, not 3D metal model cars, but like toy Matchbox type cars and stuff. So I don't know. Be keeping an eye out for that. The one thing that is new on Pieceool that comes up in the start of their little scrolling thing of new stuff is an LED display light USB interface. And the initial picture that shows at the top in the little banner doesn't do a good job of showing what it actually is. But if you click on it and look more into it, it's basically a halo circular light that you set, I guess, in front or possibly behind the model, and lights it up. It's an interesting concept, very different. It looks, I think it's kind of cool looking, but I can see it might be limited on what it would actually be useful for. I might even be curious to pick one up when they finally do come out. There's no release information whether or not it'll be available on AliExpress or not. I don't know, but it's different, kind of weird and interesting. It also looks like it may be a little bit of assembly required once you get it. They show packaging details, and it's like an exploded view, and I didn't translate any of the language on it, but it looks like you may have to partially put it together, but that's no big deal. I mean, for people who build 3D metal models out of thin metal sheets, I don't think assembling a little light will be a big deal at all. But that's what's new on the Pieceool site. Also, going to AliExpress, I didn't see anything new, but I did see that those 3 stores from Pieceool were already showing up on a couple of different locations, and I've seen them on a couple of coming soon pages on a couple of AliExpress stores. I'll put links to that in the description below if you're interested in getting them. New York Model Store and Superb Toy Store showed that they have those in stock. Crazy Toys didn't show anything yet, but they certainly, if you're a fan of Crazy Toys, I know they're pretty big in the world of 3D metal models. Keep an eye on them. They might be getting it soon too. But I see the Restaurant, the Rogue Shop, and the Pawn Shop all showing up. And I think I mentioned before that I heard that the rogue shot might be makeup related. In the description on Pieceool, it does definitely indicate that it's very much a makeup perfume type store. Wasn't sure about that. That is all that we have as far as new models this week. The store that I had talked about before, the Metalhead store, disappeared or on vacation, one of the two. It was a limited time thing and it hasn't come back. There's a couple of other stores that I've been checking a lot for new models that are on vacation, so things have quieted down, but some new stuff is still coming out. Did a search today on Amazon just to see if I could find anything new as far as Metalhead or Metal Brick, because sometimes you can find Metal Brick models on Amazon. Those are interesting and different little colorful models. I talked about them some time back and I didn't really see anything new. So that brings us to what would normally be the topic of the week, and lately it's been the giveaway of the week. Last week, the past couple of weekends or a couple of Fridays, I've been giving away a couple of Star Wars models, as well as giving the winner an opportunity to choose one of the other random models that I have laying around. The first week of this Star Wars giveaway, two of four were chosen last week. The two that weren't chosen were given away, along with the option to choose one of the other models. And we do have a winner. I took all of the entries, put them into Excel, assigned everybody a random number sorted by smallest to largest, and the person at the top is the winner. The winner is Jared Lawrence Beasley. Jared is going to get the two Star Wars models I had left over, which is the First Order Snow Speeder and the Resistance Ski Speeder, and Jared had also picked the Enterprise D as their extra model, so I will be packaging those up and get those ready to be sent off. Oh, and as far as me talking about last week, the Snowspeeder model, which was kind of the attention check last week to make sure you watched the video, was, as far as it not showing up in the actual movie, I made a mistake. Imagine that. It was a deleted scene. It was supposed to be in the movie more. It did get deleted, although if you've had the movie, you could actually watch that part. But I did, according to the commenter, I did go back and check, and I did notice, because I did notice. But there is a scene after Han and Chewie and Finn reunite with Rey, and they're about to leave, and they're like, the fighters aren't making a dent. We've got explosives. We should do something. And there's a scene where Rey and Finn the door opens and Rey and Finn run in, and behind them is the Snowspeeder. So it did actually appear in the movie. I made a mistake. I apologize. The intentions of that little ramble was just to give me something to talk about, so that I could then check to see that people actually watched the video before. And I apologize, I made a mistake, but it actually was in the movie, though you really had to be paying attention, and obviously I'm not the kind of person to pay that close attention. And this is one of many reasons I'm doing YouTube videos about building models and not videos about Easter eggs you missed in your favorite movie. That's all of the Star Wars models, but that does leave a few other models to give away, and I do intend on giving them away, but this week I'm going to switch things up a little bit. The past couple of weeks I've been mainly focusing on the Star Wars models and a few other random models, but there are some others that I've been intending to give away. I kind of wanted to focus a little bit on particular fan bases and spread things out a little bit. This week I'm going to do something a bit different. We're going to give away some Harry Potter models. I have three right here. We have Hagrid's hut, we have the Golden Stitch, and this is tricky to do because of the lights I have, and we have the silver Hogwarts Express Metal Earth version. I have built all three of these models, and I have them sitting behind me. I've got some extras, and it's time to give them away. This week it's just going to be those three models. There's not going to be any extras to pick from. That's going to be coming next week, because I still have two more giveaways to do. There are a couple of more surprises, the way I've just kind of sorted things out. Anyway, this week is about Harry Potter, which is somewhat fitting since we've got another Harry Potter model coming really soon. A little bit excited about that. There are a couple of models I kind of wish they would come out with. The Harry Potter models seem to sell fairly well, kind of similar to Star Wars. It's got its own fan base out there, and they're able to still make models about that. It would be fun to see them continue to put out a few more things. And I'm thinking, you know, what else could they put out? One of the things that comes to mind is Gringotts Bank. Now they do have a Gringotts Bank with a dragon on top that is a Universal Studios exclusive. It's rather difficult to get, and it is by far, from what I've seen, the most expensive way to get a Metal Earth model. The Disney exclusives are a little bit pricier than their Metal Earth regularly available counterparts, but the Disney or not Disney, but Universal Studios seems to have bumped the price up even more. And if you aren't able to get to Universal Studios, I want to say Universal, the model's like $30 or 30 something, but I'm not sure. And if you're not able to go to Universal Studio, you might be able to find it on eBay, but the Gringotts with the dragon on top is like $50, which is a really tall order for a Metal Earth model, because basically it looks like the dragon that we already have that's hidden, not so hidden right here behind me, is basically that model sitting on top of the front section of the Gringotts Bank, which is kind of cool. I'd love to get just a Gringotts Bank, maybe a little bit longer version of it with the warped top like you see in the movie. I think that would be really cool if they released something like that and under regular channels, and maybe even a Diagon Alley, maybe a few of the stores side by side. You sometimes see pictures. I think there's a puzzle that I found, a 3D puzzle, not metal, but just a 3D puzzle kit on Amazon that I had seen that had some of the same scenes of models we already have, including Gringotts Bank without the dragon, but it also had a line of storefronts of Diagon Alley, which would be really cool. Even more so with MU and Pieceool doing these like shop collections, it might even be fun to do where you could buy each shop front and put them together and make your own Diagon Alley. That might be kind of interesting. I don't know if Metal Earth would do that, but that might be a lot of fun to do. There's a couple of things that I'd like to see come from Harry Potter. I'm not a huge Harry Potter fan, but I do really like the shows, the movies. Did enjoy reading the books back in the day. And a Gringotts Bank would be pretty cool to add to the collection, and so would maybe a line of storefronts and some storefronts from Diagon Alley. But anyway, rules. I've rambled on, and now it's time to talk about rules. This one is open to any address as long as I can ship to it like before. I'm not limiting it just to the US. So if I can ship to you legally, I will do it. So it's open to everyone. There is a link. I will put a link in the description down below where you can go to CodeWiki's page. So I'm pretty sure you can just go to MetalEarthBuilder.com and find the post. It will be up during the days and hours of this giveaway. So either go find it yourself or go follow the link in the description down below. There's a little post and a form you'll need to fill out. Once again, I will need your name, so that I can announce. It doesn't have to be your real name. It can be your YouTube name. It can be a random name, just something that I can announce who won it. You will need to enter an email address so I can contact you if you're the winner. I would very much appreciate being able to contact and verify your address before I send this model, because mistakes happen. I will, of course, need a shipping address. This is all going to be kept confidential. I'm not going to share it, but a shipping address so I can ship you the model. And then you need to answer just some sort of question just to show that you've shown the video again. It's just an attention check, I guess you could call it. Because again, I don't want to just put giveaway in a keyword, or people say there's a giveaway and just any old random person enters. So I wanted to see that it's actually people who are into building metal models and watch this video. I'm not going to be strict about the answer, just to show that you've actually watched the video about what I ramble on about. The deadline to enter is Wednesday, April 22nd at 11:59 p.m. Pacific Standard Time. So just before midnight this coming Wednesday is when you have until then to enter. Again, I'm pretty sure the post is going to be programmed on CodeWiki's site to just disappear after that point. So you have until then to enter. You will get Hagrid's Hut, Hogwarts Express, and the Golden Snitch, 3 models sent to you for free if you are randomly chosen next week. Again, I take all the information that's entered, I put it into an Excel database. And you can look up videos on how to do a drawing using, or a random pick using Excel on YouTube. You assign everybody a random number, and then you sort by that random number, smallest to largest, and person on top is the winner. So that's how you do the random choosing, the random drawing. Since we're dealing virtually here, and I can't just pick a ticket out of, I mean, I could print everybody off and put it on a ticket, but that's a waste of paper. when I could be spending my money on models. And again, please do not put your personal information and address in the comments below. It's just not a good, it's not how you enter, and it's just not a good idea to share your personal information publicly like that. Again, this information is put into, doing it this way because you punch your information in, it goes into a database that once I've used it, I'm probably going to lose it somewhere in a file on my computer, and the next time I format it, it'll be gone. So your information is not going to be spread out anywhere, it's not going to be shared. It's a more secure format. I'm going to leave it at that for this week. Congratulations again to Jared Lawrence Beasley for being randomly picked as the winner of the remaining Star Wars models plus the Enterprise D. I respect that. You're like me, you like both Star Wars and Star Trek. I actually have a couple of the Enterprise D models, but one of them I intend on actually putting together later because I know a lot of people struggle with that model. And my original video on that model was not a good video because I was just getting started, and I would like to address that model again. So I actually have 2 extras, and this one I'm giving away. Anyway, see you next week. As always, thank you for watching. Thank you to my Patreon supporters for continuing to support this channel. I greatly appreciate it. I hope everybody is staying safe, staying occupied, and staying busy. You don't have to remain, if you're stuck at home like me, you don't have to remain productive. If calming down and taking the time to chill is your therapy, then by all means do it. But if you are choosing to stay productive, fantastic too. Thank you for watching. Stay safe, and as always, keep on keeping on.